Go, Graham. This is game one of this series between these two squads.
I can't wait, B.A. It should be very interesting. These teams might not want to show their whole hand in game one. Keep some surprises up their sleeves.
Now let's take a look at the Rockets' opening lineup. Inside, Smith and Şengün. Tari Eason is out there with Thompson, and it's Durant in at the 3, small forward. Now here's Siakam. To the inside, Şengün with a steal. To the paint, and stolen by Nembhard. Siakam outside. Thompson pulls it in. And here are the Rockets. Outside Eason. Thompson with a screen. Inside. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
You see there, Thompson does a good job of sneaking into the lane and finishing.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Earlier, I spoke with Rick Carlisle. Coach and I talked about what it's like competing against Kevin Durant, and he said his attention to detail, his dedication to the craft, it's second to none. You have to have your A game because nobody loves ball more than Kevin Durant. It brings out the best of you as an opponent, too. It's no secret KD is obsessed with basketball. Guys, back to you.
Allie, thank you. 6 to shoot. Outside Durant. From downtown, Indiana with a rebound.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
You know, Clark, despite winning 3 championships prior to the NBA days, the Pacers are still looking for their first NBA title.
Yeah, they've been close a couple of times in the history of the NBA, 2000 and 2025. They've had some really great teams over the years in the 90s and 2010s, and they came close last year, and I think they'll continue to knock and one day kick that door in.
That one goes in.
Durant with tremendous touch. He's just a natural scorer.
Here's Siakam, coming off a terrific game against Atlanta. Pass to Nembhard. Some nice passing by Indiana here. Siakam against Smith. Now Mathurin. Nesmith on the wing. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there.
And maybe they're a little too excited today. They need to settle down. They've opened up 1 for 4.
Eason, pass to Smith. Nembhard against Thompson. Here's Şengün. And Şengün throw it down.
Excellent in the screen and roll. Şengün with a wide base and natural strength, and he makes excellent decisions with the ball.
Here's Huff, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Precision pass into the post. Well-earned assist.
Outside Eason. Back to Thompson. Durant against Mathurin. Outside Eason. Durant looking around. He hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Durant taking every last second there to get off his shot. This guy's got a flair for the dramatic at times.
Outside Mathurin. Pass to Nesmith. Now Nembhard. Outside Mathurin. There's a screen. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Mathurin's got his second basket.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Well, the defense allowed that one. He had a clear path to the cup.
Pacers trail by 4. Outside Nesmith. A minute 39 left to play in the first. And here's Siakam for 3. The Rockets pull it in. Last time they met was in Houston.
Yeah, they destroyed this team on the glass in the last meeting.
Clearly, that was the overriding factor. A double-digit advantage on the boards. They just pounded them inside.
Now here's Durant. 13 points in the win against Dallas. Here's Easton. Gets the 3 ball to go.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
You know, the more you watch Shingun, the more you wonder if he's just a guard in the body of a big man, Clark.
Well, that's a pretty astute observation, B.A., because his passing is elite. I mean, his vision, he sees a half a play to a play ahead. I mean, you can actually run offense through Shingun.
Now here's Eason. 17 points for him last game against Dallas. Smith with a screen on Nimhard. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot two.
The sheer size of Thompson makes it difficult for defenders to match up well against him.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
2 shots.
The first free throw is good. A new lineup here for Indiana. And then for Houston, Finney Smith checked in for Smith. Okogie comes in for Durant, and it's Shepard in for Eason. Both free throws good from Thompson.
And what I like about Thompson, along with the high-level athleticism, he has a high-level feel for the game.
Pass to Furphy to halt the run. Thompson pulls it in.
There's no way that's the best look this offense can produce.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
The three ball. Indiana with a rebound. They want to keep rolling here, following a win against Atlanta.
And you'd have to think that luck played a part in that one. I mean, the opponent had an off night at the defensive end for sure.
Well, I think it was a combination of things, quite honestly, but the defense didn't really offer them a challenge all night. I agree with that.
And so it's Houston with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. They've done well to disrupt the opposition, playing inspired defense. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
They've done a great job establishing an inside presence. Now, that'll open up more options offensively throughout the remainder of the game.
They've also displayed a real unselfishness as a team, moving the basketball well, sharing the rock, and giving everybody a chance to participate in the offense.
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets, starting the second. Dorian Finney-Smith is out there with Jayshawn Tate. Then it's Shepard, then it's Josh Okogie, and it's Shingun in at the 5. And here's Tate outside. Good, and the assist goes to Shingun. Tate's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. McConnell passes to Walker. Here's Shepard. The shot goes as the ref calls the blocking foul. And he's on his way to the line.
That is good offense, unselfish play.
And in today's NBA, it seems like everyone has a three-point shot, Clark. That didn't used to be the case.
You're exactly right, B.A. In the good old days, way back in the day, threes were mostly for specialists. It just shows you how much the game and the players have evolved.
Shepard, 1 shot.
Houston leading by 7. Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. And here's Shepard for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And Indiana with some changes. Siakam, he's checked in for Walker. Nesmith comes in for Furphy. And Andrew Nimhard subbed in for Shepard. Nimhard finds Siakam. Nesmith on the wing. He's covered by Tate. Nimhard outside. 6 on the shot clock. Okogie pulls down the board. Houston has gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. Here's Shepard. He's marked by McConnell. Here's Finney-Smith. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Well, we know what Dorian Finney-Smith can do on the court, but he's also doing great things off the court, Clark.
Yeah, so many players across the league do a ton of work in their communities and for the betterment of humanity. And the Finney Family First Foundation focuses on the youth and low-income communities. And Dorian Finney-Smith, he helps kids by providing basketball training for at-risk youth and uses the game of basketball to also impart lifelong lessons.
Kevin Durant, he's checked in for the Rockets. Amen Thompson comes in for Okogie. That misses, so he splits the free throws.
The definition of a stretch four, Finney-Smith is a really valuable offensive player.
Up top, Nesmith. Thompson against Nembhard. There's the triple. That one falls. He's now 1 for 3.
It was a rough start for them scoring the ball, but they look like now they're really finding their rhythm and flow.
Yeah, it looks like they've gained a little bit of confidence as the lid has come off the hoop.
And here's Thompson for 3. Siakam pulls down the board. And so it's Siakam with it. He brings it up for Indiana. 8-point game. McConnell outside. Out to the wing. Siakam with it. And it's Şengün picking him up. And that one drops for him.
And they're in a better flow this quarter offensively. And their shooting percentage is steadily rising as a result.
And they're starting to heat up is what they're doing. They're on fire. I mean, that's what they need to climb back into this game.
On the wing, Durant. Nesmith covering. Making it look easy inside. Durant.
You want to run your offense through him, a reliable scoring option.
Jackson outside. Nembhard against Thompson. Nembhard, the pass to Siakam. Thompson against Nembhard. This one for 3. It's rebounded by Houston. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. Pass to Thompson. Right side Durant. A foul on Isaiah Jackson. That's his first foul of the game. And Indiana with some changes. Huff's checked in for Jackson, and Mathurin subbed in for McConnell. And then for Houston, Smith comes in for Finney-Smith. And Eason subbed in for Shepard. Now Thompson. Back to Eason. Houston working the ball around. Durant takes it in, and it's slammed in by Durant.
Just a natural-born scorer. Kevin Durant is especially elusive and skilled at converting on the drive.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, well, the Pacers are moving as one. Coach Rick Carlisle said the thing I love about this team is that we're a true team. We're a group that needs each other. We work at communication. We're collaborative. We make sure our guys have a voice, and we're all in it together. Brian, back to you.
They win by committee. Thank you very much for the report, Allie. Capella, he's checked in for Alperen Şengün. Pass to Eason. Now Durant. .151 left to play in the second quarter. Now here's Thompson. There's the 3. They get it back. Capella can't get it to go.
You won't see that from him very often, missing the bunny like that.
Eason with a steal. Pass to Smith. Shoots over Nembhard. And there's Smith. That one's good. On the assist from Eason.
Not an easy shot for a young player, but Smith Jr. really smooth that time.
Nembhard outside. Now Siakam. We've got 1:08 left to play in the first half. Back comes Houston in transition. Here's Durant. Look at Durant taking advantage in the open floor.
It's been a good night for him overall and a good night for this team.
Pacers trail by 14. Nembhard, the pass to Mathurin. .46 seconds left in the first half. 5 on the clock. Siakam with it. Now Thompson defending to stop the drought. Nice job inside from Siakam.
We know Siakam's got a really nice jumper. Still, I love Pascal in the painted area. I think using his length is where he's most effective.
Thompson goes in. And it's Capella with the jam.
They've been the more poised team tonight, and the score reflects that.
Well, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half. Quality shots, not wasting possessions.
We've got 13 seconds left in the second quarter. Now Siakam. Pass to Huff. Fires the three. That shot, no good. And so it's Houston up 14 as we wrap up the quarter. Building this lead up in large part because of how well they're shooting it. And Allie LaFour. Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports.
Thanks for stopping by, y'all. First up on the show tonight, a quick look ahead of some upcoming games on the docket.
And for that game against the Celtics, on paper, these teams are pretty even. So what will be the determining factor there, Ernie? I'm not sure.
Let us take some time now to talk about the first half, a commanding performance for the Houston Rockets.
It's not just about taking a shot. It's about taking the right shot. They've made a lot of good decisions out there.
Sometimes you just have a great night. Here in the studio, that's, I guess, every night, huh, Shay?
I would agree, my brother.
Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. You know, Kevin Durant has really been making it happen here, guys.
Yeah, tonight, he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Pacers trail by 14. On the wings, Neesmith and Matherin. Then it's Pascal Siakam. Then there's Andrew Nembhard. And it's Huff in at center, locking down the middle. That's the group for Rick Carlisle, getting going here in the second half.
And such a powerful player. Matherin using that athleticism to draw fouls inside.
Indiana shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
You know, their percentages dropped off just a little bit compared to last year, guys, but it's not a huge drop-off, so no major concern.
Both free throws good from Matherin.
It's not luck that he's so steady at the line. It's through repetition and hard work.
Smith outside. Pass to Thompson. Fires the three. The Pacers pull it in.
You know he wants that one back, right in his wheelhouse.
Siakam outside. Nembhard outside. Here's Huff. Takes a three. Drills it from deep. Huff's got 5 now.
He's got a sweet stroke from long range. Plenty of bigs do now.
Matherin against Durant. Pass to Thompson. Shoots over Nembhard. Siakam pulls down the board.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Yeah, and when it comes to finishing plays, Siakam can beat you back to the basket, facing up and, of course, in transition.
You know, Grant, for a guy who started playing basketball at age 17, Siakam has put together quite the resume.
Yeah, B.A. Pascal is a champion. He's got multiple All-Star and All-NBA selections, and one of the great developmental stories when you think about his discovery through basketball without borders.
And he makes a first. Eason hits them both. Over a minute and a half now into this third quarter action. Outside Neesmith. And here's Nembhard. He's been an offensive weapon for them, scoring around 17.5 points a game. Poke loose. Here's Thompson. Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
That's unreal. I mean, Thompson, that boy's going to hit his head on the rim one day. Oh.
How about that elevated look on the AT&T connected cam? Pacers trail by 11. Outside Mathurin. Pass to Huff. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That one on Şengün. You know, it seems like there's much more competition at the big man spot than there used to be.
I think a lot of that is due to the way players are developed now, particularly the big guys. They come in now expected to handle the ball and shoot, and they've watched a number of their predecessors do that in the last couple of decades. Teams now want to have 4 or more shooters on the floor to put great pressure on the opposing defense. So where there used to be 2 spots available for big guys, now they're fighting over 1 spot.
Here's Durant. Another basket. He's now 6 for 7 in the contest.
They're going old school out there now, working the mid-range part of the floor.
They keep pulling up and watching them go down. It's a really nice thing to see.
Mathurin against Durant, and Mathurin gets it to go on the assist from Siakam.
3 straight buckets to start the half. This is how they wanted to come out and execute.
Thompson passes to Şengün. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Clock at 6. Pass to Eason. The 3 from Thompson. The Pacers pull it in.
Just hasn't found much consistency from the floor, but his teammates have picked up the slack.
Here's Huff, defended by Şengün. Huff, the pass to Mathurin. And it's Kevin Durant with the foul. That's his first foul.
And there's just 1 foul now away from the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
Jackson, he's checked in for Indiana. And a change for the Rockets. Shepard, he's checked in for Eason. Durant against Mathurin. Banked it in off the glass. Mathurin's got 10.
And Mathurin is an impressive scorer, skilled at finding ways to convert around the rim.
Durant inside. He's covered by Mathurin. Smith with a screen on Nembhard. Pass to Smith. Now Durant. Down low. Here's Şengün. And Şengün throw it down.
Şengün finishing with authority. There you go, big fella. Make them feel you.
Jackson surveying the D. Jackson the screen. Nembhard for 3. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got 4 rebounds in the game. To the middle. Mathurin with a rebound.
It's one thing to prevent the layup. It's another to do it without fouling. Just terrific defense.
Jackson outside. A minute 15 left in the third. Mathurin against Durant. And it's Mathurin missing. Houston leading by 10. Now here's Durant. He's got 12. Pass to Smith. Takes the three. That's good. And so Durant with the assist. He's got 5.
Yeah, looking so comfortable out there on the perimeter. Smith has really invested in getting this shot dialed in.
And the foul on Jabari Smith. That's his first foul. And a new group getting ready for Indiana. Siakam, he's checked in for Huff. Walker comes in for Matherin. Shepard, he's checked in for Nesmith. And T.J. McConnell subbed in for Nimhart. And Houston will go for a different look here. Capella, he's checked in for Alperen Şengün. Finney-Smith comes in for Smith. Tate's checked in for Durant. And Okogie is subbed in for Thompson. Siakam in the post. Finney-Smith's there. And the basket by Siakam. Siakam's got 4 points this quarter.
He's giving them a spark because he can't win this game all by himself.
Pass to Tate. 23 seconds left in the third quarter here. Count it. Tate's got 5 now.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Siakam with it. Give him 8 points now. Beyond the arc. And so it's Houston in command with a 13-point lead at the end of the quarter. How about the way they've attacked the paint? This throwback approach is paying off. Back to the game after this break. Rick Carlisle had some advice for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Hold your ground. Hold your ground. Your job is just to stay in front of this guy. No blow-bys.
And Coach Carlisle preaching strong defense there.
The basic fundamentals. Doesn't want to see anyone on his team get burned on this end.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. We've got Jayshawn Tate. Shepard is out there with Josh Okogie. Then there's Alperen Şengün. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 4.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Here's Shepard. And the layup is good off the glass. And the Rockets lead by 13.
Oh, creating for himself wasn't a strong suit in college, but it's nice to see Shepard folding some playmaking into his game.
Throws it down, and the official calls a foul. It may be a 3-point play. That one on Tate.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
Free throw, no good for Walker.
You know, between his skills, his motor, and his physical ability, Walker came into the league more ready for the NBA than most first-year guys.
Here's Okogie. Here's Şengün. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And the call will be against Alperen Şengün. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
That's number 4 on him. He's still got a little wiggle room, but if he picks up a 5th, that could be a problem.
Huff's checked in for Indiana. Durant, he's checked in for Houston. Now McConnell. Pass to Siakam. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. The Rockets lead by 13. Outside Durant. Right wing. Here's Shepard. Şengün, a screen on McConnell. Out to the right wing. And there's Şengün. That one's good. On the assist by Shepard. And the Rockets lead by 16. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth now. And here's McConnell. Pass to Shepard. Puts up a 3. It's hauled in by Houston. Durant's got 4 rebounds in the game. Houston has gone 5 of 12 from three-point range tonight. Fires from 14. Walker pulls down the board.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
Shepard, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
And we'll have a timeout here called by Rick Carlisle. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. And Indiana with some changes. Benedict Matherin, he's checked in for Walker. Neesmith comes in for Shepard. And it's Nembhard in for McConnell. And then for Houston, Smith, he's checked in for Finney Smith. Eason comes in for Okogie. And it's Amin Thompson in for Shepard. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
Up until that play, his ball handling had been impeccable. He's given it up just one time.
The Rockets lead by 17. Outside Durant. Launches it. It's rebounded by Indiana. Neesmith's got 4 rebounds now. For Indiana, they've gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. Nembhard left side. It's good!
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Houston.
They've been slippery getting into the lane all game long, putting that help defense to the test.
They've also found a lot of shots at the arc in this one and allowing their good shooters to tee it up.
Houston leading by 14. Outside Durant. Now Smith. Outside Durant. Tries it from 16. Oh, he can't hit it. The Pacers have gotten 4 shots out of 6 attempts to drop so far in the fourth. Eason rips down the board. And here's Durant. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. 17 points was their biggest margin. Smith outside. Here's Durant. Out of bounds. It'll be Indiana's ball.
Look, the intentions were good. I like the unselfishness, but the execution, a lot to be desired.
Pacers trail by 14. Siakam outside. Yes! Using that window!
What a nice move by Siakam. A much improved ball handler, especially for a forward. He's making it happen right there.
Thompson outside. From deep. Oh, the shot is off.
Well, in most games he can knock it down from deep, but it just isn't there for him in this one.
High post Siakam. He's against Smith. Bucket is good!
When Siakam catches fire, he's hard to extinguish. I mean, his hot streaks go real hot.
Here's Smith. Now Thompson. Eason outside. Let's loose for 3. The 3 is in!
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
You know, that's exactly their plan here in the fourth. Work to find space behind the arc and then bury some threes.
And we'll have a timeout here called by Rick Carlisle. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. Now here's Nembhard. Siakam in the post, covered by Smith. Rebounded by Smith. Houston leading by 13.
Well, with a comeback out of range, we can put a bow on this one. Good performance for the Rockets.
They were the more accurate club, and in the end, that made the difference, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., you have to love their strategy. And even more, you love the execution.
And so they'll chalk up another win and put themselves at 31 wins on the year.
And with just one game left to play between them, they've captured the first 2 meetings of the year.
And believe you me, they'll be gunning for the sweep in that third meeting.
And one of the league's superstars, producing as he always does. What a terrific game for Kevin Durant.
Anytime they needed a bucket, they put the ball in his hands and say, go make a play. It was impressive to watch.
"17 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. And it's in there!
Yeah, you know, at first glance, you might think Durant has trouble finishing through contact, but think again, folks. I mean, you can't measure desire by body type.
And so it's the Rockets taking care of business in this one. A statement.